all and welcome back to Next Stitch Designs with me Sylvia. In today's video I am going to show you how to crochet this very easy boots slippers. So for today's boots I'll be using this chunky yarn, also 5mm hook. You will need a yarn needle, pair of scissors, a stitch marker, 3 buttons and measuring tape. And we are going to start with the magic ring. Hold your yarn end like so, wrap it around your 2 fingers. Go under this first one, on top of the second one, pull it down and twist your hook. And now go back, wrap it around your hook and pull through the loop you had on your hook. And this is your magic ring prepared. Now chain 1. And this chain of 1 is not counting as your first stitch. Turn your ring this way so the tail is on the left and it's much easier to hide it as we go. Now we are going to place 10 single crochet inside the magic ring. So we are going to place 10 all together. For wider feet, 11 to 12 single crochet. For men's sizes, 12 to 13 single crochet. So insert your hook, yarn over, bring it up, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through. And this is your very first stitch. Now place your stitch marker so you know this is your start. And we need 10 altogether. So again, place single crochet. So this is first one. So 2, oopsie daisy, 3, 4. Close your ring a little bit so it's much easier to work. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we are not going to slip stitch. Close your ring completely like this. And we are going to work into this very first stitch, where is our stitch marker for the round 2. And we are going to place 2 single crochet in every stitch around. So this round will be our increase round. So take your stitch marker out and place 2 single crochet into this very first stitch. So do 1 single crochet and 1 more. But before we do so, replace your stitch marker so you know this is again the very first stitch. So we have 1 and 2 into the same stitch and continue. So 3 and 4, 5, 6, and 19 and 20. So we should have 20 stitches in this round. Okay, so do not slip stitch. Always count your stitches. Take your stitch marker out. And for the round 3, you're only going to place one single crochet in every stitch around. So again, replace your stitch marker. This is your first stitch. And continue one stitch in every stitch around. And you should still have 20 stitches. So my last one, 20, and where's the stitch marker? I will start a new round like this. Take your stitch marker out and again continue your round until you reach the front of your ankle as seen on this picture here. And don't forget 20 stitches only all the way around. Okay, so I have just finished my slipper, and in measurements I have 17 centimeters or 7 inches, and all the way around only 20 stitches. So we are going to stop and chain 1 like this, turn your work, and into the same stitch where is your chain of 1 coming from, you're gonna place another single crochet, and you're gonna go all the way down until you have only 4 stitches left. And this is how we work on our heel. Okay, so we continue all the way down until you have only 4 stitches unworked. So we worked into this one, we do not count the 1, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we do not count this one as we worked into the 1 as well. Okay, so 4 unworked stitches in the front. 1, don't count this one. So we are going to chain 1, and into the same place where is your chain of 1 coming from, you are going to place single crochet like this, and you're gonna continue until, oopsie daisy, you get to the end of your row. So all the way down. So I am here, and this is my last stitch here. Chain 1 and turn your work, and you will be working there and back until you get the length you need and until you can close your slipper. So again, we're gonna work back. Don't forget to insert your first stitch into the same place where is your chain of 1 coming from, and work your way back. This is the picture to see, and also a short video to see how to close your heel completely. So I have finished 10 rows for my size 38 to close my heel, and now we are ready to sew. So fold your slipper like this so the right sides are together, and insert your hook into this corner here like this, and pull through the loop like so, and chain one. Now turn your slipper and find your first stitch, and we're gonna sew it this way. Sew your stitch here and also on the opposite side. So we need to have a full stitch front loop and back loop. So 2 and 2. Yarn over, bring it up and do single crochet into the next one like this. One and another one and single crochet. All the way down your heel. So my last one here, and fasten off, and do not forget to hide your end, of course, with your yarn needle somewhere here. Perfect, it looks amazing. And now we'll be working around our slipper. So create a slip knot like this. Get it off your hook. Insert your hook somewhere in the middle at the back of your slipper and place your slip knot on your hook like this and chain one. And we are going to do 2 rounds of single crochet. So simply just place single crochet in every space you find. Also, it's a good idea to place your stitch marker so you know this is your first stitch here, and also hold the yarn end so you can hide it as you go, so you don't need to do it later. So just place single crochet in every space you find. Try to space it nicely like so. All the way around. So work like this until you get to your stitch marker. So I have my last stitch left here, and place one more and replace your stitch marker and do one more row of single crochet. And this is my last stitch and last row. And for the right slipper we are going to continue this way like this, and for the left slipper it's a little bit different, so I'm going to show you later on how to work on the left slipper. So now for the right slipper, work like this. Simply continue. Replace your stitch marker so you know where is your start. Okay, so you work until you get to the middle, and then remember we had 4 stitches in the middle, so we're gonna mark those 4 stitches first with the stitch markers, and then we're gonna work until we have these middle 2 stitches, and that is here. So you can see we have 4 and middle 2 are meeting each other. So I mark my 4 first. 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. So continue, but you will need to get into the middle 2 stitches, if it makes sense. I'm gonna show you in a minute how to do it, not to worry. Okay, so these are my 4 stitches I marked, and now I need to get to my 2 middle stitches. Okay, so on this side I'm gonna do 2 more, so I replace my stitch markers. So this is how I'm going to work from now on until I reach those 2 markers. Okay, so this will be my last stitch for this side. Now I'm going to chain 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, so this is my right slipper, and I chain 14, and it's gonna go around like this. So this is simple for the right, but for the left one it's a little bit different. So I'm going to show you how to do the left one. Okay, so for the left one, once you finish your 2 rounds of single crochet, you are going to chain 1 and fasten off. Okay, like this. Okay, so next we're gonna turn our slipper and we're gonna start where is our marker, so it means our 2 middle stitches. Okay, so we're gonna create a slip knot. Take your slip knot of the hook, insert it inside that stitch, pull through, and chain 14 again. So I was just annoyed with the end. I needed to hide it straight away so it's not in the way, and now we can continue. So we need to chain all together 14. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 14, and we're gonna start into the second stitch from the hook and place single crochet in every stitch like this. So this is the row 1. So we will continue all the way around like this. The last stitch here, and then go to this next one here like this. So just to blend it together. Continue. And hide your ends, of course, as you go. Okay, so continue around like so until you get to the green stitch marker in the front. You take your stitch marker out as you go, so it's not in the way. Go all the way around. This is our left one, as you can see. Okay, continue, nearly there. Okay, where is my green stitch marker? I will place my last stitch, chain 1 and turn your work, and again into the same place. Where is your chain of 1 coming from? You start there, and again go all the way around until you get to the end here. Okay, single crochet, like this. So nearly there. So I have one and very last one here. Chain 1 and turn your work like this. And you can see again, checking it, and it goes nicely around. Okay, so I'm going to use 3 buttons for these slippers. Okay, so I chained 1 and again into the same space where is the chain 1 coming from. Going to do 2 single crochet, chain 1 and skip 1 for my buttons. If you have bigger buttons, you can of course chain 2 and skip 2. But for my one chain and skip 1 is just enough. Okay, so for the bigger button, chain 2 and skip 2. Okay, so we can continue for this round. And again do single crochet in every stitch all the way around. So that is my gap here for the button. Do single crochet and finish this row until you get to that stitch marker, again to the green one. Okay, I finish, chain 1, turn your work, and it goes higher and higher. I'm gonna do again single crochet into this very first one and around. So we are going back again. Okay, so I'm nearly at the end, and that's my gap from the previous round. So I'm going to place 1 single crochet in that space and finish with 2 single crochet, chain 1 and turn the work. Okay, So again, between your holes you can have more rows. I'm going to do 3 rows, and the fourth one will be the row where I create the hole for my button. So it's up to you. You can add more rows between the rows with the buttonhole. It's up to you. It depends how tall you want your slippers to be. Okay, so I'll have 3 rows, and the fourth one will be always for the button where I create the buttonhole. Okay, so I'm here at the end again, chain 1 and turn your work and go back again until you get to your last stitch. Okay, single crochet, going back, okay, chain 1, and this is my row where I'm creating my hole for the button. So I will do single crochet 1, single crochet 2, then I chain 1 and skip 1. Okay, chain 1, skip 1, and finish the row with a single crochet again. So that's my first row and the second one, and I have 3 rows between, and the fourth one is my row for the buttonhole. They are really small, but they are just perfect size for the buttons. So if you have bigger buttons, you need to create bigger holes. Okay, so I'm going to have 3 holes and 3 buttons, of course, but you can add as many as you want and go as high as you want for this slipper. So again, into the space I done single crochet, and I will finish this row with 2 single crochet, chain 1. For the next row again, just single crochet. So that's my second row, then I go back, and then the fourth one I'll do the row where I create the hole for the button. Okay, just checking how does it look. Always check as you go, check for the mistakes, and I do so many. It's the worst when you notice them at the end. Okay, so I'm placing the buttons, so I have 1 and 2 to show you, and I need 1 more. Okay, so I have done 3 rows. This is my fourth one. Do 2 single crochet, chain 1, skip 1, and finish the row. Oopsie daisy. There it is. Really small, but you don't need really big holes. Otherwise, your buttons will always come undone. Okay, so these are my 3 holes. Just checking it again. And you can also finish with 2 rows of single crochet or 3, it's up to you. So I finish with 2 rows of single crochet, but you can go even higher, and you can add even more buttons. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to sew the buttons. So do a knot, so it's much more secure this way, because these slippers, you will keep opening them, and sew the button on. You can do it your way, but this is my way. I like to do it this way, so it's up to you again. You can sew the buttons the way you like. Okie dokie, like this from the back. You can go 2 times or 3 times. Just make sure they're really nice and secured. You can go around 2 times or 3 times again, and make sure you go under the button so you don't have any knots from the inside bothering you. And I go around my yarn needle 3 times as well, and this way I will create a knot like so. Cut your yarn off, and of course hide your ends. And do so on the other side, and of course sew all your buttons on. So this is my first one, and I need 2 more. Okay, you can take your stitch markers out, of course. Hide all your ends. Okay, so now when you are happy, you're 100% happy, no mistakes, you are ready to fasten off. I always check for the mistakes and then I fasten off, just in case. Okay, don't forget to hide your end as well. And sew all your buttons on. This is in a very, very high speed, but you take your time. Hide your ends, and this is it. These are our beautiful slippers. You can close them like this. You can use any buttons you like, of course, any size as well. They are very simple, only single crochet. And one more thing I would like to tell you, please don't forget to add a non-slippery treatment to your crochet slippers, because crochet slippers can be very dangerous. I have created a video, so please don't forget to check the video. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, share it, and of course don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Unique Stitch Designs. Thank you very much for watching.